copywriting business from 0 clients and 0 revenue to $250,000 in the first 12 months. It amounted to me doing a lot of this thing and none of these 2 things over here. Okay, today in this video, I'm gonna break down the exact strategies I did and didn't use to attract clients into my freelance copywriting business, and how you can hack these strategies to help grow your freelance copywriting business too. So if we haven't met, hi, I'm Krista Nichols. I am a sales copywriter. I've generated more than $1.5 million inside my business in the last 5 or 6 years. And now I train other freelance copywriting moms how to grow their businesses too, how to generate leads, how to close sales calls, how to deliver projects with excellence, and how to keep clients coming back time after time after time. And one question I get asked a lot is, Krista, how did you put yourself in this industry and manage to build a multiple 6-figure business in a year? And I tell you what, it had to come down to one thing. But let me tell you first what I didn't do. I didn't do 2 things that a lot of freelance copywriting coaches and experts tell people to do. The number 1 thing I did not do any of was I did not hang out on freelancer job sites. I don't have a profile on Upwork or Fiverr or any of the sites like that. And here's why. So freelancer job sites are engineered to be kind of like holding tanks for people with different skill sets. It's kind of like the, what do they call those? Classified ads for service providers. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I would go there and I would look at all the different people who offered the exact same services that I did, I just couldn't get myself to want to create a profile where I was just going to be having 250 words to try to stand out, and people would be contacting me. I would have no idea who they were. They would have no idea who I was. And I just knew that it was going to be a race to the bottom for pricing, because there's going to be somebody out there who's always willing to do it for less. And racing to the bottom with your rates is a surefire way to keep you stuck, stressed, and financially strapped, because you end up having to take on more and more and more projects just to pay the bills, but you're out of time. You don't have, eventually you're going to run out of time. You won't have time to take on any more projects, and there you will sit at the level of income that you're at. I knew that I wanted to avoid that. I also knew that there was a better way. The second thing I did not do when I was first getting started was I did not do cold outreach. Cold outreach, if you're not familiar with this strategy, yes, it can be effective. It's where you use the DMs or cold emails, and you just start sending out messages, pitching your services, trying to connect with people, trying to get people's attention. There's nothing wrong necessarily with cold outreach. It's just not my style. I don't like receiving cold DMs. I don't like being hit up in my inbox or in my messenger with a bunch of messages from people that I didn't even ask to hear from them, right? Like, I don't know about you, but getting pitched at day after day after day is not that fun. And after a while, it all starts to look the same. You just assume everybody's after your money, and you just stop looking at them, right? I don't know about you, but I have a ton of messages in my request folder. I have a ton of messages probably in my spam for email, and I never even see them. And I didn't want to be that to somebody else. So where did that leave me? No cold outreach, no freelancer job sites. I relied completely on social media, relationship building, and that looked a couple of different ways. So on one hand, right away, I got a coach. I connected with a community. I started making connections and developing relationships with other people in the industry that I knew were also serving the kind of clients that I wanted to serve, and I became valuable to them. So I was willing to give advice. I was willing to hop on a call. I was willing to help them out with their own copy, knowing that someday when their high-ticket clients needed a copywriter, they would think of me. So that's one way I used the power of connection and relationship to grow my business. The other way was more direct. I joined a bunch of Facebook groups and I got active. I helped people out, I answered questions, I gave tips, I provided valuable content for those groups that not only help the members of the groups, but the owners of the groups, the admins, the heads of the groups found that content valuable and saw me as a rule-abiding, happy member of their group that they were glad to have pop in and give some value to their community. I don't know about you, but I'm always happy when somebody's in my Facebook group and they're like, hey guys, I just saw a job posting for this exact thing. I know some of you do that exact thing. If you're interested in that, pop over there. I'm always happy for people to add value and help out the members of my community, and I knew that that would be effective. The reason why connection, even though it's through social media, you're not face-to-face in person, it's through a screen, but the reason why it still works is because of a psychological principle called the parasocial relationship. So scientific studies have shown that people who regularly consume content, either written, but most especially video content from someone else regularly, feel like they know that person. They feel like they have a relationship with them, like they could just walk up and sit down and have a cup of coffee with them. That's the parasocial relationship. That's something that creates a connection on the side of that person that maybe the expert doesn't even realize. So think about your favorite television shows. Think about how involved you get with the stories and the plot lines. Think about your favorite sports commentators, your favorite influencers, your favorite social media stars. That connection you feel with them, that, hey, we could be friends in real life type of connection that you feel, is actually a sign that you have but that you have formed a parasocial relationship with that person. And that just leads you to know, like, and trust that person. And when you have a need that you have learned that they fill, they are the person that you want to go to. So when I was growing my business, I leaned heavily on that, knowing that the more I showed up regularly and gave value and helped people by helping them, the more people would feel connected to me, the more trust that would grow, and the more effective it would be than just showing up randomly in somebody's email inbox as a total stranger. So when people start engaging on my content, when people started commenting on posts and videos that I put up, then that door opens to be able to have a conversation, to be able to send an email, to be able to connect in Messenger in a way that's much more authentic. So if you're wondering, like, how do I get started? How can I do this? How can I become a freelance copywriter without having to rely on freelancer job sites or spend all my time sending out hundreds of cold emails every day trying to get somebody to pay attention to the fact that I can help them? Then it's all through social media visibility and connection. And if you're looking to get a set framework for that, a system that actually works, I actually have a free masterclass. It's about 70 minutes long, and it teaches my 3-step framework for attracting, landing, and serving clients as a freelance copywriter with excellence. So this is how to go from zero to profitability in your freelance copywriting business. It breaks the whole thing down, as well as kind of dives into the 3 massive mistakes I see freelance copywriting moms make and how to avoid them. So if you're looking for a proven path to be able to attract, land, and serve clients, I highly recommend this masterclass. It's completely free, and you can choose the time that you want to watch it. I'm going to go ahead and post the link in this video below so that you can grab it, and I'll see you in the masterclass.